So I'm headed up to the top of Haleakala Crater today. It's Friday. I left about 8 o'clock. And I'm about 15 miles from the crater, but I thought this view of the east side of the island was pretty cool. Or the west side, I guess. So you can see the little crescent shape of Molokini. And behind that is, I believe, Molokai. It's a pretty cool view. It's getting colder up here, though. It's only 55 degrees right now. Sun's up. Doesn't look like clouds up at the summit, so hopefully we'll have some pretty views from up there. But the view so far is pretty stunning. More later. So we're still making our way up. We're about a little over 9,000 feet. It's quite the view as we drive along, and it's getting to be a very harsh looking landscape now. Mostly rock everywhere. The switchbacks are pretty interesting, but look at that view. Nothing but rock and a little bit of scrubby looking plants. That's about it. It's clear up here today, though. There's no clouds up around the top yet, so that's good. But you can certainly see the haziness down below. I think we're pretty close to the top here. You can see kind of a field of cinders just to the left there. Mostly I just want to see the crater and get some pictures and movie from up here. I think it'd be pretty cool. So it's about 9:13. Like I said, I left about 8, I think. And I'm not there yet, but I'm getting close. GPS said it was going to be like almost 4 hours up here, so I'm not sure why it said so long. I'm probably driving faster than the posted speed limits most of the time. A lot of traffic going down. Must have been people that came up early this morning, maybe for the sunrise. A lot of bikers headed down, which is part of the bike tour. Hopefully by the time I leave, most of those bikers will have cleared the road and not be around. So you can see some observation towers, or I don't know what those are up there, but I think that means we're very close to the top. Maybe there is a telescope or something up here. It's almost what it looks like. Well, I'll turn it on when we park and start walking, I guess. So I'm now up at the visitor center and looking down into the crater of the volcano. And from what I recall, that there used to be a crater there, like a crater wall, but it all blew out and made that flat plateau there when the volcano last erupted, I guess. So you're looking down kind of into the cinder bowl of the crater. And I think those peaks were part of the whole crater, and this flat spot is where the wall blew out. Pretty impressive. So we're just going to take this little hiking trail and see where it goes. I think it just 2/10 of a mile up to the very top, which is about all I feel like doing. I wasn't planning on doing any hiking here, so all I have on my feet are my sandals. Rugged ice sandals, mind you, but sandals nonetheless. A little disappointed when I brought a jug of ice water and it was rolling around on the front seat of the car all the way up here, sloshing back and forth every time I hit a different turn on the switchbacks. And when I went to fill my little water bottle, all the water had dumped out. So the front seat of the car, front floor of the car is soaking wet, and I didn't have any water. So I salvaged the ice that I could, and that's all I got. But since I don't plan to hike very far, hopefully it'll be alright. Not sure where that highway goes there. Maybe when we get done with the walking part of this, we'll drive up there. Certainly feel the elevation at about 10,000 feet. Started at sea level, way down there. And I'm not in that greatest of shape. A little cool up here, but the sunshine's pretty decent, so I haven't put on a sweater or anything, or a jacket. Again, since I wasn't really planning on hiking or doing anything cold here, I didn't bring a lot of warm clothes. Morning. Quite the spectacular view, though. Oh, I'd love to. So that's the volcano. This is the crater right here. And I'm not sure, that might be the big island. You know, way beyond there. It's really hard to tell distances here, but that mountaintop over there might be the big island. I thought it was over this way more, but it might be over there. So I'm just going to wander around up here and see if there's some other scenic vantage points looking the other way. And coming across and looking at the other side of the volcano. So down that direction is the harbor where we do our whale watches out of, and across that valley that kind of splits the island in two, that congested area over there is where the airport is. And if you went past where those wind towers are, that would take you up towards Lahaina, and that far end of the island there. And I'm not sure that's Lanai. I think that's the island straight off in front of us a ways. And Molokai, I think, is behind this mountain range right in front of us. And I'm not sure what the old ammunition dump island is called. I thought that was Molokai, but I don't think it is. I believe Molokai is out there in Lanai. So let's see what other vantage points we can get. I might have to go up there someplace. That looks pretty cool up there. Sparsely vegetated up here, really. Not much to see. And again, I don't think I'm hiking all the way down there, honestly. It might be cool. I don't know how you get there though. Gotta watch your step going down here though. Would hate to take a tumble on these sharp rocks. Well, that looks like some kind of a small hot spot right down there, maybe. If you can see that. I'm not really sure where this goes. It's called the Sliding Sands Trail. I'm just gonna follow it a little ways and see if it, you know, what it's like here. I think it goes kind of around the side of the crater and the cinder slide, I think. I am going to drive up to that observatory before I leave. I need to save a little bit of time for that, but I thought I would just hike this trail a little bit and get around this peak here and see what it looks like. I think I could see it from up on the top of that mountain lookout. Yeah, it looks kind of cool, like it just kind of goes along the side of this big cinder field. So I don't plan to go all that far. I think it's a 5-mile walk, but I don't know where you come out at, and I don't want to have to walk too far back uphill. But we'll get a feel for it anyway. And apparently they're building some kind of a solar observatory, telescope observatory. You can't see it. It's on the other side of that peak right there. I was asking one of the rangers about it, and he thinks it's through the state of Hawaii or the university system or something to monitor solar activity. I don't think it's built yet though. So when we come over to crest here, I'm assuming what we're going to see is a whole lot of this. Kind of a lunar, what I imagine a lunar landscape looks like. As opposed to that side, which is strewn with lava rock boulders. This side is kind of more that cinder field. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think we follow the trail down there if we want to go that way. I'm not sure how far down there I want to go, because you got to come back. Let's see if the informational sign tells us something about the missing summit, because it blew away. It blew out. And according to the sign, the mountaintop beyond the crater is actually the Big Island. So we can see it from up here. It's quite the view. And that big gap right there is what they call the Capot Gap. The side wall blew out and the lava just poured out that way. Well, let's take a little bit farther and see what we see. I think it's going to absolutely suck coming back up here, but it is pretty intriguing to walk down this way. You can see the clouds are now covering up halfway up the mountain. So if you were down in Hana, you'd be in clouds, I think. Not being able to see very much. This damn cinder shit's getting in my sandals. Sure wish I brought some hiking shoes. Oh well. Quite the spectacular view as we make our way down the crater. To look back at the sheer size of this thing is pretty amazing. Quite the view as you look around. See how that lava just flowed out of the crater here where the wall broke out. The outer wall used to be that peak way over there, and it made a huge bowl here. And then when the wall broke out and made that big gap. Quite a desolate territory up here, that's for sure. The lady at the visitor center was saying it's basically a desert climate up here, and I believe that there's no water anywhere, not even any plant life to speak of down here. I don't know where those silver swords live, but not in this mess, unless you see a little bit of greenery down there, but I haven't gotten close to one, so I don't know what it is. I'll probably go out that way someplace and take a break, eat my lunch maybe, because I got a feeling that this hike back up is gonna suck. But we'll see. I mean, the path isn't overly steep or rocky, but still your elevation change is probably gonna hurt going back up. So we'll get out here to this peak out here and see what things look like and decide where to go from there. So this is as far as I'm gonna go, I think. But if you look carefully out there, you can see kind of more of the volcanic rock flow. Kind of out that way and out that way. And I'm not sure what these little cinder mounds are from, but anyway, it's quite the walk. I'm gonna get worse. Headed that way. So my only problem is I gotta pee, and there's no place to go. So I think I'll pause here, take a few photos, eat my sandwich or part of it, or maybe a granola bar, and then head on up the trail and see if I can get out of here. At least get a selfie, kind of show what things look like. Ran into some girl up at the peak up there who wanted me to take her picture with her camera, so I had her take one with my Canon. We'll see if it turns out. I brought the long lens with me, thinking it would be mostly, telephoto shots. And a lot of this, I wish I had the wide angle or something. It's hard to do it justice without a wide angle lens. Anyway, more later. I'll try to take a little video with the camera and see how it turns out. I just want to pan the scene here. Should look down into the crater. Desolate, like nothing but lava flow. So it'd be cool if you had a day or two and could camp out there and hike down there. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And that's the trek I have to make back up. All the way up there. Alright, we're going to start the trek back up. It's 10:30. See how long it takes. I did stop and put some sunscreen on while I was having lunch, just because the sun is pretty intense here. Although I have a t-shirt on, arms and legs might get it. Of course, because we're at 10,000 feet, as I open the sunscreen bottle, the stuff came squirting out. It's amazing what the elevation changes. Yeah, this will be a painful walk up. Made all the worse because I have to pee. Hard to even find a big rock to hide behind. Just to give you a little perspective, you can see people standing up there on that rock. That's where I took my first set of pictures of them. You can see how small they are. And that's where I'm headed. Definitely harder on the way back. I can hear my heart pounding. A quick pulse check. I think about 120 or so beats per minute. Not sure what my resting heart rate is, but definitely not resting now. this is the view from the observation tower way at the top. Down there's the place I parked originally. Out there you can see the peaks of the mainland, Big Island. So here's the view from the other side of the summit. That's some kind of Air Force observation tower, the ranger told me. And that's going to be some kind of a solar observatory. Or telescope and stuff. It's under construction. Down there's Kihei and all those beaches, and the marina that we sail out of is down there. And the valley. And the airport and Kahului down that direction. The North Shore. See some waves out there. Not sure how big they are. And we're actually above the cloud line here. See? Pretty interesting.